So even if the stock price goes down, you still own the share. What we know about markets is that they always come back. They always come back. It's just a matter of time. How much time is the question? And being able to create the independency allows you to not worry about how long it's going to take to come back. But what we can tell you is if you're in the markets for a long period of time and you just set it and forget it and let it ride on good quality stocks or whatever the asset classes are, you're going to grow. The money's going to grow and it's going to be there for you, and it's going to be a legacy or whatever it is that you have the purpose for that money to be. It's going to do that because you need the law of averages to take effect. And to do that, you need time. Time in the market is going to lead to growth.
Yeah, you brought up a great point there. And, I just had a meeting this week here with a gentleman, and he newly retired. Retired a week ago. Congratulated him, and he said, "I don't know, Zach." I said, "What do you?" He said, "I'm sort of feeling this this little identity crisis." I said, "Yeah, it's a big change for you. I'm not there, so I can't speak to it, but I can imagine what effect you're having as providing for your family and what position this puts you in." And he said, "Yeah," he said, it's just challenging me trying to figure out which way to go financially." I said, does it feel like a sort of analysis by paralysis? He said, "That's exactly what it is." He said, I'm looking at my accounts every day, trying to figure out which way to go. And at the end of as we wrapped everything up, it came to that he found a lot of value in creating that foundation or that building block of having that lifetime of income so that he can make additional decisions down the road. He created his foundation of lifetime income. He knows his expenses are covered. Now he can move on and manage his other monies that are in the market in whatever way he sees fit for his future. And that's not a decision he needs to make next week.
Yeah.
That's a decision he can make down the road.
100%. And that's the power in that, right? Is giving him the peace of mind and clarity to be able to make a good decision. Yeah. And he's filling the gap, right? That's the term we give it. It's filling the gap. It's very simple. You take your living expenses, your budget each month that you need to sustain your lifestyle, add all that up, figure out what that number is, look at your Social Security income forecast. If you're not taking it, or if you are taking it, just put in that number and see how much of that covers your living expenses. If you have a pension, sprinkle that into, add that up with your Social Security and see if there's a gap. If your living expenses are $10,000 a month and your Social Security and pension is $5,000 a month, well, you have a gap of $5,000 that you need to fill. And that's where you put in the income annuity to fill the gap. So it's super simple. And when you can do that, I'm just telling you, working with hundreds and hundreds of clients over the years and helping people secure their financial futures, every time we meet with those clients annually, which is our commitment, our process, we call it our annuity assurance process. Not only do we help you find the right annuity for you, but we meet with you every year to help you fully understand how that annuity is serving you every year and what role it's playing. But when you can do that, the power in it and the feedback that you will give us, I can guarantee it. You'll be glad you did. I just had a gentleman, his name's Sam. He's a client of mine. He was one of my first clients. I mean, this guy has been with me for years, and he bought a pretty hefty annuity. It was, I think it was like $750,000. He wanted lifetime income, and he had a spreadsheet. A lot of times our clients have spreadsheets where they're already plugging in all their data and assets and things and trying to solve their plan. He bought an annuity. It gives him I think his is paying out about $4,500 a month. It's joint life. But he just called me last week or emailed me last week and said, "Hey, I love this annuity. My wife and I just built a custom RV out of a Sprinter van or whatever it was, some type of conversion van he has." He's like, "And we want to travel to Alaska and to the Grand Canyon and to the Yellowstone and all of these cool places." And he's like, I want to buy another annuity. Because what he's going to do is that annuity income for that is going to be like the vacation income. Like he already had his lifestyle covered, but now he's bolting on another part of his lifestyle in this retirement phase, and that's traveling. And he's like, I want the annuity to just pay every month, and that's going to go to gas and utilities, or if he has to hook up or something. I don't know. I don't know much about RV life, but food and eating out, you're obviously going to be eating out quite a bit.
Right.
Camping and things. So it's awesome. I mean, and he's like, I love this thing. I love the annuity. It's been one of the best decisions I've ever made financially. And he said, you know, the best part? And I said, what? He's like, I don't have to worry about the rest of my money. Like I just do it. I just put it in the market, just keep going and let it go. Let it ride.
Yeah.
And that's a powerful testimony. So I'm happy that we can help people secure those, those financial futures. So
forget it.
Yeah, man. So we talked about, how to do this income equation and determine how much to put into an annuity. One of the other phrases we use oftentimes when we get asked how much, right? How much should they put in, or how much income do they need? It's as little as possible, but as much as necessary. Like break that down, as little as possible, but as much as necessary. That's the appropriate application of an annuity. You shouldn't be putting too much money into an income annuity if you don't need that much income. You just put in how much you need. And that's that simple gap analysis. So I highly recommend starting there.
Yeah, and that really that carries over to just being diversified, in that, we've talked about this before, in that if you're building out your financial portfolio, you've got an expert in each field, and where you plug them in. So if we're looking at that as maybe a cabinet, or we're looking at a specialty doctor, we're fitting one specific need in that. And whether that's where the podiatrist or whatever it might be, right? We're servicing that one specified need, and you've got your designated structure of how you fit that.
Exactly. We call it your financial counsel, right? You should have a round table of subject matter experts in each area of finance. So no different than diversifying your investment portfolio, you should be diversifying your subject matter expertise. One thing that we find is that not all advisors are good annuity experts. Not all investment advisors like annuities. Not all stock jockeys, no offense to the stock jockeys out there, stockbrokers, not all of them like annuities. Most of them don't like them at all. But what you should be doing is finding a subject matter expert in each key area of finance, and then adding them to your roundtable. So it's quite often that we work with clients that have an investment advisor for their stocks and bonds and everything. And we work with clients that have a CPA. We work with clients that have a life insurance person. We have clients that have trust, and estate attorneys, and we work with all of those. One thing I can tell you is that not all advisors know annuities, and most of them, even if they do, don't know them the way we do. And that I can assure you. So that would be the next thing, is to really make sure that you're consulting with a financial advisor or agent that fully understands annuities, how to appropriately apply them to your specific plan. And more importantly, that they can help you differentiate the different types of annuities, weigh out the pros and cons of each. And then more importantly, that they're independent, independent from all of the carriers, that they don't have an allegiance to one company or one product or a group of products, that they have access to all of the independent annuity products on the market. That's really key to getting the most bang for your buck and the most value. And I will tell you, it's still something that I don't understand today, in today's day and age, but most advisors don't have access to all the independent annuities, or even if they do, they don't have a way to make a recommendation of how one might be better than the other 500. And that's concerning. And while they have a legal obligation to act in your best interest, there's some gray area there where they're actually able to say, well, we had 5 annuities and we chose the best one out of the 5. And to me, that's not good enough. So make sure that you're working with a financial advisor that can truly understand you, but more importantly too is take what they can understand about you and your goals, and then help you understand how an annuity can fit, and how there are hundreds of them out there, and they can show you exactly in a quick and easy, transparent way to, compare and contrast all of them to make a good, educated decision.
Yeah, and I think that, and this may or may not apply here, but when I think about a financial advisor or a CPA who's got that fiduciary license and carrying that, that fiduciary license only carries so much weight as to the products they have available at their fingertips.
Right.
That advisor can't suggest a product that fits somebody's needs if they don't have a full landscape of the entirety of the marketplace for that need.
100%. Yeah. So one of the questions is simple, like when you're speaking to somebody, and it's common that the people we work with are already speaking to other advisors, and you should be working with at least 3 different people so that you can get a well-rounded approach of information, and then start to figure out who you trust and who you like and who knows more than the other. And all I ask is give us a shot, give us a shot against the other 2. We work with clients in all 50 states. We meet with clients through Zoom or other virtual meeting platforms, but Zoom is our preference. And we take you through a very interactive and engaging process of understanding. There's no high pressure sales tactics. There's no pressure to buy or obligation to buy. But what I will tell you is that 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a lot of information that you're going to find very beneficial in working with us than maybe some of the other people you're speaking to. No offense to them at all. I encourage you to work with them, but give us a shot. There's nothing that bad that can come out of this other than knowing how we operate and how we can truly help you.